The world is locking down in efforts to contain the spread of the virus. Not all the countries are taking the same approach. In Sweden, life is just a little quieter than normal. Many businesses and schools are open, and there are no internal travel restrictions. Swedish health officials say there are over 6,000 cases so far and 333 deaths.
Social distancing is more relaxed in Sweden. Much of Europe has gone into lockdown in the face of the coronavirus's relentless spread. But in the spring sunshine, Stockholm's cafes have customers, the schools are open, and the Prime Minister has urged people not to panic.
We hope that they are doing the right thing. I think that, we Swedes normally we are better at social distancing in the first place, so it just feels that we are continuing living the way that we normally do as well.
It's about saving the restaurants, it's about saving the pubs, it's about saving people's work. Maybe we have found a good balance, but let's see when it's over.
The elderly have been told to avoid social contact, crowds of more than 50 banned, but otherwise people are largely free to go about their normal lives. This is how life might have been in Britain too, but then came that computer simulation by Imperial College London that showed that hospitals were about to be overwhelmed, 250,000 people could die, and the country locked down. But here in Sweden, the authorities just don't believe that research. The doctor in charge of the strategy has been charting the upward curve in deaths, but he insists the simulation was based on assumptions and poor data.
I mean, compared to us, it's hugely pessimistic. And I don't think any curve in any country has gone that bad as the Imperial College says it's going to be. And I don't think there is no real connection between having a lot of lockdowns.
Life still feels kind of normal in the Stockholm coffee shop, like it was before COVID-19. You can place your order and then chat with a friend sitting a table or two away.
So I feel like our customers are actually following the guidelines, so they are keeping the distance and they are very not sitting so close to each other.
Sweden has not done what most Canadian provinces have. There are no states of emergency, and businesses have not been ordered to close to enforce social distancing and halt the spread of the infection. Not only are some restaurants still operating, so are schools and daycares.
I follow what the experts say, and the people in charge, they take the decisions. And I feel that those measures are good for us here in Sweden.
That idea of trusting each other and trusting the government is what Swedes believe set them and their COVID-19 strategy apart from others in Europe and the world. Deputy State Epidemiologist Anders Wallensten is one of the policy's architects.
There is culture and tradition, and in Sweden this is the way we usually work, and we continue to work with this during this crisis as well.
Note, Britain initially tried something similar and then abandoned the strategy when it became evident the healthcare system would be overwhelmed.
Compared with many European countries, Sweden is taking a relaxed approach to the coronavirus outbreak, encouraging people to, yes, practice social distancing, but putting very few restrictions on freedom of movement or assembly. Tuesday, though, saw the death toll rise by more than 100, bringing the total to just under 600 people, and raising fears that the outbreak might be spreading. The country's chief epidemiologist says social distancing is working, and more drastic measures will only postpone the problem.
This long-term thing on the low scale that we do in Sweden is much more sustainable and would not cause these enormous differences in the amount of cases getting into healthcare.
A little more gel. Gel, what did her do?
Perfect.
All right.
Thanks so much for that. So Dr. Dale is going to lead us through the intensive care unit, and we'll talk to some of the actual caregivers real time about their jobs, what it's been like to work through this COVID crisis. So I'm going to take the camera now, and we will continue with Dr. Dale.
You're going to bag in. It's a secure area. Right.
So here we are. And who do we have here?
So here we have first, we have Renee Hawkins, who's the manager of the ICU here.
Hi Renee, thanks for letting us come in today.
Sure.
And so we just want to talk to you. You want to come with us and complete this tour? This is
Absolutely.
your place. What has it been like since COVID hit? Can we just start with that?
I guess the word that comes to me is surreal, and feeling of solidarity. Those are the two things that I think would probably describe the biggest impact. It all started back February 28th when we got our first patient, and then just a few short hours later we got our second patient and had 3 by the end of the weekend. By that Monday we moved off all of our telemetry. Like I said, it was surreal what we were experiencing here, and there was just something about how the heaviness, everything was just lifted. I mean, people actually, yeah, it was, I mean, do you remember the first meal? This is Bethany, one of my nurses, and it was just, yeah.
Our first COVID positive patient I remember very well, and how well he did. It was one of the wins where you go home at the end of the day and it's like, you know, your team won. It was